Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book and record episode to do. Today's book is Mr. T, The Mystery of the Mind Thieves from 1984. So let's get started.
This is a Mr. T adventure story. You can follow Mr. T and his gymnastic team friends, Miss Bisbee, Robin, Jeff, Woody, Spike, and Kim in your very own book. It's easy. Read along. When you hear this tone, it means turn the page. Now, here's Mr. T.
This is Mr. T talking. You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in how a problem bothers us, we don't see what the problem really is. Kim found that out the hard way. We were in Seattle, Washington for a meet when we tangled with a mean dude that was messing with people's minds. We call this the mystery of the mind thieves.
The gym was packed with people. Everyone had their eyes on Kim as she performed on the balance beam. But Kim kept glancing over to the only empty seat in the place. Her father should have been sitting there, but he had not shown up. Mr. T and the rest of the team sat on a bench on the side of the gym. They watched quietly as Kim began her back walkover. Suddenly, Kim lost her balance. Mr. T jumped from his seat. Kim slipped and tumbled to the floor. Mr. T and the team ran to help her.
Kim, are you hurt?
Robin said.
Only my pride.
Kim said.
You weren't concentrating,
said Mr. T.
I know. I guess I'm a little upset that my father didn't show. He's here on business, but still, you would think he could spare the time to see me.
Kim said.
Now don't jump to conclusions. He must have had a good reason,
said Mr. T. After the meet, Mr. T and the team returned to their hotel. Kim's father was staying in the same hotel. Kim and the other kids went up to see him. Kim knocked 3 times. Suddenly, the door flew open and Kim's father stood there with a strange look on his face. What do you want? Kim's father said. His voice sounded so mean it made Kim stutter. His eyes glared straight ahead and never blinked.
I wanted you to meet my friends.
Kim said. I don't have time for this stuff. I'm busy. Go away. Kim's father slammed the door. Kim turned around and faced her friends. Her lips quivered.
What did I do to deserve this?
She said. Then she turned and ran down the hall, tears streaming down her cheeks. Later that night, Jeff and Woody saw Kim's father leave the hotel. He was with a man dressed in a long black coat and wearing a big black hat that covered his face. Jeff and Woody followed Kim's father and the mysterious-looking man outside. The man pushed Kim's father into the back seat of a long black limo. Then he got into the car and sped away. Jeff and Woody walked back to the hotel. They went straight to Mr. T and told him what they saw.
What kind of business is your father in?
Mr. T asked Kim,
He's working on a project for the government with 2 other scientists.
said Kim.
There's a science conference in town, and they are speaking at it. I'm supposed to go tomorrow, but the way he's been treating me, I don't think he wants.
We're all going. I want to find out why he's hanging out with such a mysterious character,
stated Mr. T. The next day, Mr. T and the team drove the bus to the conference. Many men and women were gathered around, studying scientific displays. Kim saw her father standing next to a tall woman by the side door. His eyes had the same blank stare they did at the hotel. Kim recognized the woman, Dr. Eloise Yarby. She worked with Kim's father. In the front of the room, Kim saw Dr. Elliot Harper sitting in his wheelchair. He also worked with Kim's dad. Dr. Harper, with the aid of two assistants, demonstrated a remote-controlled robot.
You have now come to the end of this side of the recording. Please turn it over for the conclusion of the story.
Mr. T and the team stood by the front door while Kim tried to talk with her father. He didn't even look at her. His eyes gazed into space. "Go away," he said, then turned and walked out of a side door. Kim turned to Dr. Yarby, but Dr. Yarby quickly followed Kim's father. Kim returned to her friends with tears in her eyes.
Why does he treat me this way?
She asked. Suddenly, Dr. Harper started slurring his words. The team turned toward the stage. Kim noticed that Dr. Harper had the same strange look on his face as her father. His eyes stared straight ahead and never blinked. Suddenly, he slumped over and passed out. The two men helping him grabbed the wheelchair and pushed him through the door. "Hey, who are those guys?" Jeff asked.
I've never seen them before.
Kim replied.
Looks like they're kidnapping Dr. Harper. Let's find out,
Said Mr. T. The team charged after the two men and Dr. Harper. Mr. T and the team followed them outside. The two men pushed Dr. Harper up a ramp into a van. When they saw the team approaching, they shoved Dr. Harper back down the ramp and into the street. The men jumped into the van, which sped away. Dr. Harper rolled out of control into the path of a speeding truck. Quickly, Jeff did a double handspring, just in the nick of time. Jeff snatched Dr. Harper from the wheelchair before it smashed into the truck. Dr. Harper woke up and shook his head. What happened to me? The last thing I remember, two thugs gave me a shot in the arm.
Sounds like someone's messing with your mind. Now I think it's time for us to catch those mind thieves,
Said Mr. T. The team jumped into their bus and raced after the van. The chase led them to an airfield. The van and the long black limo were parked next to a plane that looked like a rocket.
Over there, boarding that plane. It's my father.
Said Kim. Yeah, and there's the man in black, said Woody. And the two thugs who tried to kidnap Dr. Harper, Jeff said. Mr. T drove the bus toward the plane.
Hang on, we're gonna hit.
Mr. T slammed the bus into the tail assembly so the plane couldn't fly. The three bad guys grabbed Kim's father, leaped to the ground, and tried to make their getaway. The team jumped out of the bus. Jeff and Woody nabbed the two thugs. Kim caught up to her father and the man in black.
Knock her down. Push her out of the way.
Said the man in a high-pitched voice. Kim's father shook his head, blinked, and rubbed his eyes. No, you can't make me hurt my daughter. Mr. T ran up and grabbed the man in black. He pulled off the big hat to reveal Dr. Eloise Yarby.
So he's really a she.
Said Kim.
Just like that, no one would suspect her.
Said Mr. T. Kim's father was fully recovered. That's right. Dr. Yarby, Dr. Harper, and I were working on the most advanced unmanned space probe ever. She stole the plans and tried to steal our minds with her mind control formula. She was going to sell our ideas to a foreign power. Kim hugged her father.
How could my mind control formula fail?
Asked Dr. Yarby.
There's something stronger than your formula. That's how. It's called love. Now I'm taking you and your gang to jail,
Said Mr. T.
Get the picture? When you get your feelings hurt by someone you love, think before you cry. Because the someone you love might be the one who's really hurting. Take it from me, Mr. T.
So that was Mr. T, The Mystery of the Mind Thieves from 1984. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be Mr. T, The Dilemma of the Double-Edged Dagger.